Boy, I wish I had just a little bit of the technology that they have, for the Mars rover. Out there collecting samples and sending back signals. Friggin' million-mile internet and shit. What a joke. It's so funny now because my whole, I don't know, it's hard to explain. My whole MO changed. For one, I don't watch TV, right? But if I did, or when I do, right? I see the news and stuff. It's just so funny because certain things are funny to me that are not funny to anybody else because I see it and I'm like, wow. Because you can just hear the blatant lie. You can just hear the lie. It's a lie when they're talking about all these tragedies and shit. You just know. You know what I mean? So people are like, oh my god, and I'm like, and anything, anything to do with space too. Anything that they show, fucking joke. I don't know. I don't know, but I tell you, see, and again, right? My whole worldview has changed because people talk about, World War III, right? So, if anybody was to look at the times, from ancient days or whatever, could come to the future and look at exactly what's going on right now. That's exactly what we would say. They would say that we're on the verge of a war, and it's like really east and west. I mean, if they can infiltrate us with all their refugees or whatever, they have a part of them here. Thing is they are not necessarily the enemy. That's what I mean. When people are like, oh my god, World War III, we're going to get blown up. In my mind, I don't think that way anymore. And believe me, make no mistake, I know the danger is real, but it's not going to, it just, nobody's fighting. That's, they're pretending to fight. All the world's a stage, right? Remember the Cold War? Nobody dropped a bomb, right? But there was plenty of fucking shit talking back and forth, just like there still is today. And it's always like, oh my god, North Korea, oh my god. Well, I don't follow, but there was something big just the other day. I don't know. They were saying that North Korea declared war on the U.S., but I don't know. It's unfounded. I don't know where the hell that came from. That's what I heard. Somebody saw it on the internet. I don't know. But something happened, and it's like they're all in it together except for North Korea, Iran. I think it used to be Syria, used to be Iraq, used to be Muammar Gaddafi. Jesus, Libya, right? Those few people that I just mentioned didn't play the game, you see. They weren't playing the Monopoly game that the rest of the fucking world is playing. But it's like, what do? They close in on you. I feel like North Korea must feel like this. They must feel like, oh, shit, they're just, I believe that they're probably just like, maybe not. I was going to say, I believe they're probably just like Libya was, but maybe not. I heard they're harsh, harsh dictatorship. But I don't know. I've never fucking been there. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing about Libya, though. I saw Muammar Gaddafi hanging out the sunroof of a car, going like, yeah. And every person that saw him was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't doing it out of fear. They were doing it because they loved their leader, because he took care of them. Now, I'm not going to get into it, but They had free health care. The whole banking system, probably just a few percent or whatever on a loan, enough to run the bank, not the usury that fucking goes on now. I guess they had, Jesus, I'll have to look again, but I guess they had like a substantial amount of gold and silver, like tons, like 40 tons of gold and 40 tons of, whatever it was that they had. They didn't need anybody, is what I'm trying to say. Saddam Hussein was going to start selling oil, I think, for euros. Okay? See, the U.S. has, or had, I'm hearing that things are getting fucked up, a deal with Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia would only sell their oil for dollars. Right? So, you got Saudi Arabia only selling their oil for dollars, and wherever else we got, the oil, right? Because, people say, oh, the wars are all about oil. It's like, well, oil is just a small part of it. Oil is just like a benefit of going in, trashing the place. It's just like a fringe benefit. It's just an extra, you know what I mean? What they're really after is full control of the people. That's what they're after. I know I'm kind of like ranting in different directions, but I'm trying to have them converge into a point. Point is, it's like, have you ever play the game Risk? You get the on the board, you get the board with the map of the world, and you move your people around. Well, that game's bullshit. Because there's no propaganda in that game. There's no mind control in that game. There's no... War isn't like that. War isn't A, B equals C, and that's it. War, there's a lot of X, Y, Z involved with war. And we're always at war, right? We really are. It reminds me of 1984. How in the story, it was always... background was war, was always in the background, and it's like, we're fighting. Shit, man. I worry about them declaring World War III and drafting my child. It's oh God. Terence McKenna once said, culture is not your friend. Right? People say, culture's great, right? Well, culture's not your friend when you find yourself an 18-year-old kid in a foreign country with a weapon, looking for people that are there to kill them. Now, right there, our governments around the world are breaking the first commandment, right? Thou shalt not kill. They tell you it's okay. And listen, veterans, people who are patriotic, people who served in the military, I got nothing but love. It's just unfortunate that you go to the military, you get fucking brainwashed, right? They tell you, shit, they tell you killing's okay. With the Marines especially. Kill, 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 kill. That's the theme all day long. And it's like, how do you come home and fucking act right after some shit like that? And it's getting more and more detached now. It's more push button, where it's like you're detached from it. It's like you're playing a video game. You see the shit blow up on the screen and you just move on. Fucking people died when you did that shit. Every time you push that button. What are you gonna, look, I'm not even religious, but if I'm a what if guy. What are you gonna say if there is a judgment for you when you die? What are you gonna say? Somebody else told me it was okay. Well, who was that person? I don't know. Do you see the deception? Do you see the it's fucking insane. This whole flat earth movement, I'm about to change my channel name, guys. Really. I think I might just go back to Matthew Beliveau and still talk about what I talk about, but it's just it's like I don't want to be put in that pocket, the flat earther, because they're attacking flat earth. They are going to make flat earthers and anybody that wants to talk truth, they're going to make us the enemy. We will be the enemy, the descenders. You know, trying to pass laws against global warming deniers. Yo, I mean, you can't say the Holocaust didn't happen in Germany and different places. You can't go and say that shit didn't happen. You'll go to jail for saying something, for speaking. I mean, what the fuck, right? Anyways, I don't know. Like, this truth movement was set up. I'm about to run out of time. I'm gonna do a part 2.